Hello, I'm Maria Patrice Amen, an Associate Artistic Director at San Diego Repertory Theater. And we are so excited to welcome you to our third day of the festival and for our reading of A Skeptic and a Bruja by Rosa Fernandez. Before we begin, we want to share and acknowledge the land on which we are coming to you from. San Diego State University and San Diego Rep's Lyceum Theater are built on the traditional lands of the Ipai Tipai Kumeyaay Nation. We also want to recognize our neighbors in this region, the Payokowichiam, Kawiya, and Copeño peoples. San Diego Rep honors over the 20,000 current tribal members living in the area. We also elevate local elders of the past, present, and future. We respectfully acknowledge the contributions these community members have had to our community and thank them for their continued stewardship. We want to invite you to stay following this reading for a live post-show conversation with our playwright, Rosa. She will be here in the theater with us, but able to hear thoughts and questions and impressions from both our online audience and in-person audience. If you have things you'd like to share, please add them to the chat. And or if you're in person, raise your hand and we'll get your questions in for Rosa. We also encourage you to join us in person. San Diego Rep is returning to in-person programming, and our first production is going to be Octavio Solis's Mother Road. It'll be running October 7th through October 31st, and we cannot wait to see you in person at our theaters. Before we begin, though, we're going to share with you a little backstage glimpse of the people who make this festival possible. We are so grateful for all of their contributions and support and help. And we're going to share with you a sneak peek here.
Hey everyone, my name is Elizabeth Barron. I'm an intern here at the San Diego Repertory Theater under Amigos del Rep, helping to produce the Latinx New Play Festival this year. I recently graduated from Cal State San Marcos, and I'm really excited to come onto this project. I've gotten to learn the ins and outs of everyday producing. I got to help with artist agreements and travel, casting, decorations, all the bases. Did those, super fun. And I hope you guys love the plays as much as I do.
Please enjoy the show. We are so grateful to have you here, and thank you for your support and your attendance at the San Diego Rep Latinx New Play Festival.
A Skeptic and a Bruja by Rosa Fernandez. Setting, in the Lori House, middle of nowhere, USA, time, now. Act 1, Scene 1. Lights up on the interior of an old house, a period home full of charm. There's a dining room table and a staircase that leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Below the staircase is a closet with a door. Near that is a door with frosted pane glass that leads to the kitchen. Upstage left is the living room area. There's a door that leads to the rest of the house, far stage left. This part of the house is unfinished. Priscilla enters from upstairs.
Fresh towels, some cookies, tea. Coming! I was so worried you wouldn't.
She walks towards the door and opens it. There's no one on the other side of the door.
Hello? Is anyone here? It's not real. It's not real. They can't hurt you. They can't hurt you. Who is it?
Priscilla? It's Sam and Jess from A Skeptic and a Bruja. Hi! It's so nice to finally meet you.
Priscilla goes right in for a hug.
Oh,
You're Jess.
I am. This is Sam. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just so happy that you're here.
Hi, Priscilla.
I'm gonna hug you if that's all right.
Okay. We're just waiting for Remy. She's bringing in the equipment.
Remy.
My cousin Remy.
Oh.
She's our tech person.
I thought you said it would just be the two of you.
I sent an email a few days ago.
Oh, remember, I need to go to the library and check it.
We weren't sure she would be able to make it.
I'm not sure I bought enough food and the rooms.
I could share a room with her. That's not a big deal. And we can get something to eat nearby. Worst case scenario.
Oh, no. That's the point of this place. I feed you. Besides, there's nothing close by for at least 50 miles. That's part of its charm.
We'll make it work.
I'm a little nervous. I was so worried that you wouldn't be able to find it. It's not very obvious from the road.
The guy was just super weird. He wouldn't drop us off right at the house.
He made you walk?
It wasn't a big deal.
Well, make yourself at home. I wanted to apologize in advance if it's a bit cold in here. I've been having some trouble with the furnace. Oh, let me put the kettle on and I'll be right out to show you your rooms and give you the grand tour.
Priscilla runs into the kitchen.
It looks like a grandma ball went off in here.
I think it's cute.
Very cute. And very cold.
Don't start.
I think you should have said no.
Sam, you said that I could pick this time. So I picked the cute B&B owned by the badass black woman.
What's the story here?
You said you wanted to start taking on smaller cases.
No more plantations. That's what I said. If we have to do one more plantation paranormal investigation, I will kill myself and the plantation will be haunted for real, for real.
I can't think of something further from a plantation than a house owned by a black woman.
Why are more beach houses haunted? We never stay at a beach house.
You must be Remy. It's so nice to meet you.
Your house is so cute.
Oh, I didn't think you would be able to make it. You were originally not going to be here, right?
Yeah, my mom died a week ago.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
I'm fine.
Well, what are you doing here?
We told her to take time off.
I would have gone crazy. I couldn't just stay home.
I get that. I'm glad you're here. Let me give you a tour. This is the dining room.
Priscilla leads the women through the house.
And the living room, obviously. It's very cozy and sweet, if I say so myself.
No internet, right?
Oh, no. I wanted to create a space free of distractions. We have a landline and one cordless phone if you need to connect with the outside world. That's all you need, really.
You're a city girl too, right?
Military brat. I moved around a lot, but I spent most of my adult years in California. While I was running the B&Bs, I split my time between Santa Barbara and Montecito. Not because I could afford to live there.
Those sound like pretty swanky B&Bs.
Well, they were. They just weren't mine.
And you bought a house here?
I guess you could say I needed a change.
A big one.
Oh, through here is the kitchen.
Priscilla leads them through the kitchen.
Look at this kitchen, Jess!
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Love the wall of windows.
I threw a lot into it because I knew I'd be in here the most. A lot of the new houses have the kitchen open to the rest of the house, but this is its own room and I love it. Oh, why don't you grab your bags?
The women re-enter the dining area.
Look at all these tchotchkes!
I think they add to the charm of the house. Oh, it's just up this way.
The women walk upstairs to the hallway.
You'll be the first people to see it since I restored the rooms.
Did you do it all yourself?
Oh, no. Not all of it. Some of it. But to be honest, I had trouble finding reliable workers. When they realized a black woman bought a house that belonged to a rich white family, I got looks. People kept abandoning the job. But I finally found a guy that's pretty reliable. But everything takes 10 times as long because it's usually just him and his brother.
Que lindo.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
I am way in over my head with this place. It's also not all finished. This is your room, Sam. Remy's room may be a different story.
While the women talk, a pencil that is on the coffee table alongside a Sudoku book rolls off the coffee table.
What's wrong with it?
I think you should look at it.
This looks great.
Yo.
God.
Yeah, I mostly use this room as storage for the time being.
The lights downstairs flicker.
I can move them if you'd like.
No. I'm good.
Are you sure? I can move them. I know they're creepy. It's just that the lady who had this house before left them behind, and they were in such great shape that I wanted to see if I could sell them or use them around the house. Not all of them, obviously. That would be like
Overkill.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Jess, your room is this one. Oh, I hear the kettle.
It's okay. It looks great.
The women come down the stairs. Priscilla goes into the kitchen.
Holy shit.
That was hilarious.
I've got a weird feeling in that room.
Shut up.
I'm serious, Sam. I don't like that room.
Remy won't mind.
I don't. It's so funny.
Besides, do you want to sleep up there?
Oh, hell no.
She was like embarrassed. That's ghost tourism gold up there. It's bullshit, but people would pay a lot of money to stay in a room like that.
Wait, look at my arms.
Dude, it's just dolls.
It's like $500. But that's not it.
Would you girls like some cookies?
No, thank
Yes, please.
We're eating everything this weekend.
Thank you. Are you picking up anything in here?
It's actually really quiet in here.
It's too quiet.
She's right, you know. She's in way over her head with this. Who's gonna pay to stay in a historic B&B with no history in the middle of nowhere?
I don't know. It's a pretty cute house. You can tell she poured her heart into it.
Cute does not a successful B&B make. I think she knows that. I think that's why we're here.
Hopefully it's haunted for her sake.
And ours.
I'd be positive. We got an all expense paid weekend away from the city in a historic,
Old.
old home with a lot of charm. And we're staying with a legit professional chef who has to cook us every meal because there is literally nowhere else to eat within 50 miles.
Worst case scenario, we'll trash the episode.
No, we won't. She's letting us stay here for free. The least we're going to give her is some exposure.
Rosemary chocolate chip cookies.
Rosemary. And cookies?
That sounds so.
I know it sounds strange, but you should try it.
Oh my God.
No way, you're messing with me.
Oh, damn. They're not good.
Try it.
I swear to God, Jess, you better not be messing with me. Are you kidding me?
I know, right?
Which means you like it, right?
Priscilla, this is the best cookie I have ever had the pleasure of stuffing into my mouth hole.
Oh, I am so glad. Now, the trick is the sea salt on top. It hits the savory and the sweet at the same time. These cookies are going to be the staple of the B&B.
I would just come back for these.
Oh, stop.
Notice the pictures on this wall. Is this your family?
Well, only a few are mine. The rest of the pictures I found in the attic. They're of the family that built the house.
Do you mind if I poke around up there tomorrow? I would love to do research before we start our investigation.
Speaking of which, could we interview you while we have our tea?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not camera ready at the moment. I thought maybe you would want to get to bed since it's late.
It's not that serious. I do this part on my phone. Just audio.
Oh, well, in that case,
We'll be quick.
I haven't been sleeping well lately.
Because of the house?
That's why I got in touch with you.
Let's start from the beginning. Why did you buy the house?
Well, I've been a chef for many years now, and I've run many successful B&Bs in Santa Barbara. My partner, she was from the East Coast like you ladies, always told me we should start our own B&B. One with historical reenactments and period clothing. We love stuff like that.
So you always managed the B&Bs but never owned.
No, it was out of my price range to own. 2 years ago, my girlfriend became very sick. Cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What was her name?
Liz, well, Elizabeth, but I called her Liz. Oh, that's her right there. We were kindred spirits. We actually met on a Jane Austen tour. It's so silly.
Priscilla points at one of the pictures near the closet.
Oh,
Mhm. Well, when she was gone, I took all of my savings and left. This place was far enough away and the price was right. I leapt on it. Everything back home reminded me of her.
So you bought this place to escape?
I never, well, I guess I did. It's a passion project. I wasn't staying at the house for the majority of the restoration because it wasn't livable.
what's the history of the house?
I don't know much about it other than it was built in the late 1800s, and this part of the house burned down in the early 1900s.
What caused the fire?
Oh, the daughter of the man who built the house, George Laurie, started the fire. She died in the fire along with a few other people.
That sounds historical.
Did George Laurie die in the fire?
No, but he died not long after his daughter, of a broken heart. I get so sad when I think about it.
What?
The idea that you could die of a broken heart.
What sort of supernatural phenomena have you experienced in the house?
Well, nothing at the beginning, just the odd light flickering off and on. No surprise with all the electrical work that had to be done on the place. I may have called you prematurely. It may just be that I've been alone in this house and worked one too many long nights.
No. You called us because you said you needed help. We're here to help.
I'm assuming the lights flickering on and off weren't the only paranormal event that you've experienced in the house?
No.
Okay, that's good. What other events have you experienced?
Well, sounds silly now, but things being moved around.
Moved around?
Yes, like I would leave my keys somewhere, and just when I'm about to go out, the keys are nowhere to be found. And I have one place, right there.
She points to a decorative plate on the buffet.
In fact, where I leave them, and they have just disappeared.
Has this happened a lot?
More times than I care to admit.
Do you find your keys eventually?
I'll look for them for hours and then come into this room, and they'll be right in the plate where I left them. Now, I know it sounds trivial, but it's incredibly unsettling.
But there's other stuff.
Well, I have a picture of me and Liz over there. Sometimes I talk to it when I'm feeling lonely or it's too quiet. Well, a few weeks ago, when I was talking to Liz, the picture flew off the wall.
It fell.
No, it flew off the wall, landed about 4 or 5 feet in front of the wall. Now, needless to say, it startled me. So I picked it up and I hung it back up, but I didn't keep talking to Liz. And a few days later, I was talking to her again, and it happened again. Now, this time, the glass broke. Now, I threw away the glass and I hung the picture back up.
It did happen again?
It did. I decided to talk to whatever it was. I was about 10 feet away from the picture, and I started asking it questions.
Wait, where exactly were you standing?
Priscilla points to a spot 10 feet diagonally from the picture hanging on the wall.
I was there.
Okay.
So I asked if it was Liz, and if it was she mad at me? It happened again. but it nearly hit me that time. It flew off the wall and with such a force straight for my head.
Oh my God.
I haven't spoken to Liz since then.
It may not be Liz that's doing it.
Well, I know you're right, but in some ways, I think that's worse.
Anything else we should know about?
I saw Liz.
You saw her?
I did.
Where?
In the doll room.
The doll room.
Yes. That's why I didn't put any of you in that room originally.
Okay, Priscilla, we're going to backtrack just a little. Start with when it happened and what you were doing.
It was about 5 or 6 weeks ago. I was putting the finishing touches on the room. It was late, about 3 in the morning, but I was in a weird place with my schedule at that point, so it wasn't unusual. I had just finished making the bed and was plugging in a lamp when all the lights went off in the house.
In the whole house?
I think. The hallway was dark too. I was feeling around in the dark and I heard crying. A woman crying.
Oh my God.
I froze. I was so terrified. Nothing like that had happened before.
What did it sound like?
She sounded so sad, so hurt,
Like she was in pain?
like anguish.
This was still in the dark. You said you saw her.
I did. I sat in the dark listening to her cry for what felt like an eternity. And then after a while, my eyes adjusted to the dark, and I saw the outline of a woman. And as I stared at it, trying to make it out in the dark, I thought I started to see it glow. At first, I thought it was just my eyes playing tricks on me, but no. She started to glow ever so slightly. I couldn't look away.
We see a light in the kitchen, so subtle that we question our own eyes. The light actually gets brighter and reveals the silhouette of a woman in period dress.
She started to glow more intensely, but it wasn't what you see in the movies. Like an angel, like a beautiful white glow. It was red, like dark and angry red. That's the best way I can describe it. And I finally saw her face. And it was Liz, but she was wearing a strange dress from the Edwardian era, which was strange because you would never catch Liz in a dress. She hated them. She looked so sad. But when she saw me, because I don't think she saw me before that, her face changed. She looked angry, but not like how she used to get angry. She radiated it. She radiated hatred at me in the darkness, and it terrified me.
The figure walks away.
Why was she angry at you?
She never spoke.
What happened after that?
I put my head into my knees and I tried not to look. I was pretty much frozen in place until the sun came up. And then when the light started to fill the room, I was able to find the courage to look up and
She was gone.
I got out of the room, closed the door, and didn't go back. There's something about saying it out loud.
It makes it real.
Before, I could just say that I was overtired. It was a nightmare. I imagined it. But telling you, that changes things.
And were you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, I just take valerian to help with sleep. I sleepwalk, and it's gotten worse because of stress. I'm afraid I'm not as fun as I used to be.
But with everything going on with the house, losing Liz, there are enough factors to say that you may not have been in a good place.
Well, yes, but that doesn't mean
You
that...
might even say you were in a delicate state of mind.
Sam.
I'm just trying to rephrase what I'm hearing to see if I'm understanding.
It's okay. Yes, I am willing to admit that. I'm willing to admit that I've been under some duress mentally. But shouldn't that count for something?
Of course. You don't have to apologize for feeling what you're feeling.
That's not what I mean. What I mean is, Doesn't it count for something that I'm questioning my mental state? Isn't that a sign that I have my mental faculties in order enough to know that something isn't right?
I think we may have gotten off track. This is just due diligence. It was a question I had to ask to see if your testimony was a reliable one.
You had to ask?
I think that what Sam is trying to say.
After all, I've allowed you into my house to conduct a ghost hunt, and
We're here to investigate. We're leading an investigation, not a ghost hunt.
what's the difference?
To investigate is to question, to dig, and ask questions that help us uncover the truth. To hunt is to confirm the existence of entities that I have no proof exist. We hunt deer, not unicorns, for a reason.
I understand. And my being crazy will put an interesting challenge in your investigation?
I never said you were crazy.
Delicate mental state, I believe is how you phrased it.
You went through a trauma. You lost a life partner. Delicate mental state is putting it lightly, I think. We're here to collect data and ask the right questions. You understand?
Could we continue this tomorrow? I'd like to go to bed. You're welcome to stay up as long as you like.
Wait, what is that?
You hear it too?
Yeah, who the hell wouldn't hear that? Is anyone up there?
No.
The women rush to get to their equipment and get up to the attic.
Is there a window up there?
There is, but it's painted shut.
Where's the access?
It's in the hallway.
Has this happened before?
It has.
And?
Well, there is no one up there. It's impossible.
Show me.
Let me grab my keys.
Priscilla goes to the buffet to grab her keys.
Do you always lock it?
Well, I didn't before, but when it happened for the first time, I became a bit overcautious. What? They're gone!
Where was the last place to put them?
I told you, here. Here's the only place I ever put them.
Maybe you moved them after you showed them to us.
No, I had no reason to. I'm sorry, I can barely focus with that racket!
It's okay. Take a moment. Really think about it.
I showed you the keys.
Brim, I need you to go outside and get footage of the roof. We need to rule out the roof. Let's look for the keys. Is there something up there, like boxes and stuff?
Only things that were there when I bought the house. It's in bad shape, so I don't store anything up there.
How many times has this happened, Priscilla?
Only twice. I was going to tell you about it. And
The footage kind of sucks, but I don't see anything up there.
Get up here. This investigation has officially begun.
What the hell?
Seriously?
When the women in the attic speak, we don't need to make out what they're saying. We hear them walking around in the attic, moving things around.
It has to be some sort of animal or something. Check behind those boxes.
There's nothing up here.
You hear anything?
No.
I'm gonna check the window.
The women come down the attic stairs.
anything?
Not that we could see. The window is painted shut, and it is really scary to walk around up there, much less stomp. What's outside?
I didn't see anything.
There has to be an explanation.
This is good, though, right?
This is really good. It looks like your bed and breakfast may actually have a story to tell.
Blackout. During the transition, a small child's carousel turns on unprompted. A light in the kitchen turns on. Old music plays from a phonograph. Priscilla walks across the stage. She is dressed in period clothing. Sam enters the attic, brings down the boxes to the living room. Scene 2. Sam sits in the living room couch, surrounded with boxes. Jess is sitting cross-legged and her eyes are closed.
This is killing me.
It's just for a weekend. You're so dramatic.
I can't check out YouTube comments. It's giving me anxiety.
Can I finish meditating?
Sure. Not like I found anything interesting or anything. So the daughter definitely started the fire. Her name was Rose. I think there was something going on with the stepmom. George Laurie remarried, and Rose did not like her. Also, the lady who had the house before Priscilla seems like a fan because she has like all the newspaper clippings.
It's history on the house, right?
True. Anywho, Rose had it one day with Verna. That's the stepmom. Kills her in her sleep with an axe along with the 2 small children she had with George and sets the house on fire.
What?
Mm-hmm.
She killed her with an axe?
And then started the fire.
That's horrific. So Verna and her 2 children died?
And basically the entire staff of the house died in the fire.
That's fucked up. Do we have names?
No names besides Rose and Verna. George was away on business.
That's awful. All those people.
Morning!
Good morning. How'd you sleep?
It was the best sleep.
No incidents with the dolls or the dark presence that lives there.
I was right, though. Priscilla saw something in there.
It was probably just the dolls. They put
Mhm.
people on edge. I wouldn't sleep in sleep in there. It doesn't have anything to do with energy. Just fuck dolls. I don't like them.
It's cozy. They're all around you, staring at you with their beady little eyes. I love it.
Priscilla enters with the breakfast tray for Remy.
I thought I heard Remy. Good morning.
Good morning.
I made pancakes and sausage.
That looks so good.
Have a seat. Did you find anything interesting, Sam?
Yeah. I corroborated the story about the fire. The daughter, Rose Laurie, started the fire in 1902 after murdering her stepmother, Verna Laurie, Verna's 2 children, and most of the house staff.
No.
In the early hours of the day, also known as the witching hour, Rose Laurie woke her stepmother with an axe and killed her and her 2 children before setting ablaze the Laurie estate.
That's awful. Why did she do it?
Not really sure other than it had something to do with George remarrying. It doesn't seem like she got along with Verna at all.
Rose, Verna, George. Why all these ghosts have old-timey names?
Probably because they live in old-timey times.
Yeah, but like we've investigated a lot of places already. It's never a Tyrone or like a Naphtali, you know? It's always Ruth, Edward, Beth.
That's true, isn't it?
Because black people have better things to do than to haunt their crusty relatives.
That's not true. There are definitely spirits that are not white. I see plenty of them.
You see them?
Well, I mostly hear them. I don't really like seeing them, if I'm honest. It unsettles me because they don't have eyes.
What?
Yeah.
Seriously? That's fucked up.
I try my best not to look at them and just listen.
That is both horrifying and fascinating. Now, how did you get into it? How do you say it?
Brujeria?
Yes, that. How did you become a bruja?
Oh, that's a long and complicated story. My mother was a palera. She practiced palo. Practitioners of palo don't like being called bruja, actually. My father's family practiced espiritismo. I was raised with both traditions, so I pick and choose what vibrates in my soul, you know? That's something I wish someone had told me early on, how much of this is following your instincts. I do the things from both traditions because both my parents are a part of me. But I have my own practices that I created. My mother would never let anyone call her a bruja. But I find it empowering.
Did your mother pass?
No. She actually converted to Christianity when I was a kid.
Jess's mom is more religious than Jesus.
Jesus was a rebel, so that's not hard to believe.
Do you need help, Rem?
Just whenever you guys are ready.
The women help Remy set up the camera equipment.
Anyway, my father kept practicing after they divorced, and when I reconnected with him in my early teens, the stuff from my childhood just started coming back from when I would visit my abuelita. Memories and the spirits.
Lita was a bruja? I thought she was just crazy.
Well, yeah, but she also practiced. They're not like mutually exclusive.
Who was that?
Lita, short for abuelita, or grandma.
Oh, were you close to your grandmother?
We would spend a few weeks every summer at their house.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was the main reason I embraced my gifts. I remember she used to have this mango tree on her property, and I would always see the spirits sitting under the mango tree. And I was like 5, and he scared the shit out of me. I would run to Lita crying and say, "The feo, Lita, the feo," because oh, I feel so bad saying this, but he was so ugly. And Lita would tell me, "He's here to protect you." And I didn't believe her because he looked so scary, but he's still with me. He's my most protective spirit.
Is he here now?
He is. He's been with me since the day I first saw him. I think Lita asked him to keep an eye on me.
Does he have a name?
Oh, Jorge. In Palo, you ask the name of the spirit by making offerings and asking. Jorge came to me in my dream and told me his full name.
Where is he right now?
Ay, coño. He's standing right here on my right. That's weird. He usually gives me some space.
Hell no. That's creepy. Tell him to back up.
Is he the only one?
No. I'm muertera.
What's that?
It means the dead are drawn to me. And that's why I cover my hair. I try my best not to go to hospitals or graveyards. They follow me. They know that I can hear them and see them, so they follow me.
Bitch, really?
Yeah, girl.
How do you live like that?
I tune it out sometimes so I can focus and be present. Then I tap in when I need to. It's a lot of self-care and just protecting myself.
I know. I'm good. I didn't know I was like that.
I could listen to you talk about this forever. It's so fascinating.
So you have an interest in the paranormal?
Well, who doesn't, right? Like, I admit I've watched the shows, but that's really it. I've never even had a reading.
Well, I can do a reading for you while we're here.
And did you do all right with the dolls?
I survived.
They were the previous homeowners. She was a collector, apparently. I just don't have the heart to throw them away. There's also the fact that some of them may be worth something.
You're going to sell them?
I have the best intentions to.
I don't think you should sell them.
I should just throw them out, right? Oh, it's such a shame.
No, you should leave them right where they are. People don't stay at haunted B&Bs to feel comfortable and safe. They stay to have an experience. The doll room, it's also a perfect photo op for free marketing. Hashtag doll room. I doubt if anyone but Remy will have a good night's sleep in there, but they'll never forget it.
You think so?
If I'm wrong, you could always just move them into the basement or sell them on eBay, but I think it'll be a draw for people. Ghost tourism is niche. I think you know that. I think that's why we're here.
I don't know how I feel about it. It feels exploitative.
It is, but in a no one gets hurt kind of way. The person whose likeness is being used to sell ghost stories is dead, so no harm done there.
I disagree with that. It is exploitative if it's being made up.
Well, the people who want to believe will believe whether it's real or not. As a matter of fact, they'll look back on their experience here fondly. It's really a victimless crime. I think if we're going to talk about ghost tourism, we should do it soberly. If you want to make money from this, there's a way, but it's not necessarily the lifestyle you're selling.
I can't stress how important it is that the B&B is successful.
And I think that it can be. The ghost tourism thing is a great angle. The going back in time and cosplaying as a ghost, I mean, really beautiful. Rose Laurie is the kind of like your own Lizzie Borden. You have to focus on that.
Lizzie Borden?
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she had saw what she had done, she gave her father 40 whacks!
That's awful. Oh, I don't know if I want my B&B to be associated with that type of story.
We can't even use our YouTube clout to book a stay at that B&B. Book solid, always.
Really?
I wanted to show you some stuff so you can use to create a museum of sorts. What the hell? That wasn't in there before.
Sam pulls out a cassette player / recorder.
What is it?
It looks like a cassette player.
It's a Panasonic RQ2104. I used to have one of these joints. I created podcasts before it was a thing.
There's a cassette in there.
Plug it in.
I don't see a plug.
We use batteries too.
Nos seiciant vos et spiritum sit qui nocere nobis, lava in divinum lumen, et ipsi nos petere presidium esset, adversus eos qui nocere nobis.
You hear that, right?
What is that? That's not Spanish, is it?
It's Latin.
Odie aphoc loco, non est inter vos sectatoris
is
lumis, et credere nunquam redire.
Sam pulls out the cassette. It's unspooled.
Oh, no!
What the fuck?
What was that?
Okay. It's too early to tell. It could be someone that was just messing around, but that sounded like an exorcism.
An exorcism?
Please tell me you can fix this cassette.
I mean, get me a pen and some tweezers, I'll try.
Again, it's not proof. We don't have a source, and I currently don't have any info on the people that lived here in the 70s. But even if it's bullshit, I put that up as just an audio file on YouTube.
People are going to lose their minds. Can you imagine the views?
Aren't we a little bit worried? Correct me if I'm wrong, but an exorcism means
A demon, right?
Evidence of one. But do you know how much red tape there is in the Catholic Church for the Catholic Church to get involved? They have to have compelling evidence to be able to get someone out here. Maybe I can write to the Vatican and
If what I heard is real, there is something a lot worse going on here that we're not prepared for. I'm not sure I can handle something like this.
that would mean an exorcism.
It's not my specialty. I want to help spirits move on and homeowners to feel safe in their homes. This is different. This feels different from all of the other places.
What would that mean for my house? Will like the walls start bleeding?
I don't know.
What?
this is what we signed up for when we started this channel. What do you think, Rim?
My cousin is scared of the big bad. I don't know. It's foreboding as fuck, and I don't even believe in the shit.
You too?
You don't watch scary movies? The brown people always die first. There's only brown people here, Sam.
That's why we need to stay, to get the truth.
What if we come back with someone whose specialty it is?
Well, I think that's a better idea.
I don't know anyone who works harder or is more qualified than us. We can get it. If we leave now, we walk away with audio. If we can fix the tape. Really good audio, but just audio is not enough in our world. We're the only ones doing this. Everyone else is a dude, or just about everyone else is white. What if we crack this? What if we can get something so much better?
I'm gonna need extra prep time.
Yes, I love you.
We came here to help Priscilla, and I'm not leaving until we've done that.
Priscilla? Remy?
As long as you can promise that you won't destroy the house, I guess I'm okay with it.
It's cool with Jess. It's cool with me.
Yes.
But if I get eaten by a demon, I'ma hunt your stupid ass.
Blackout. During the transition, the closet door opens while Remy moves equipment. Jess does her centering ritual. She's listening. Lupe Chongo by La Lupe and burning incense. The women vibe together and they set up. Priscilla gets in on the fun too. Scene 3. The women have set up their paranormal investigation equipment. There are cameras set up in key areas with other ghost haunting equipment. Cords all through the house. The monitor facing upstage. A nicer camera set up as the entrance to the house.
We have something in the attic?
You bet.
The dorm?
You know it.
Anywhere we're missing, Priscilla?
I think you covered everything.
I'm gonna double check the doll room setup.
Remy runs upstairs.
You ready for the intro?
Yeah, I think so. I think I know what I want to say.
We can leave the history stuff for the interview portion, or just do it as a voiceover, like over photos or something.
Yeah, let's keep it simple for tonight.
What should we start with? Spirit box?
Not yet. I like to use the dowsing rods to get them warmed up to the idea of us being here first. I feel like the spirit box is so aggressive.
People love the spirit box. Most of them are skeptical of the dowsing rods.
And didn't say we shouldn't do it. I just think we should work towards it rather than start with it.
They're gonna give me shit in the comments, though.
How long have you two been at this?
We started about 2 years ago, but the channel really blew up like
6 months ago, we got this EVP. Ugh, it was crystal clear of a man saying, "Get out! I want you out!" We got over 1 million views on an audio file.
I heard it. Oh, so creepy.
Where did you want to start?
down here, attic, then doll room.
Remy walks down the stairs quietly while holding something behind her back. She takes advantage that Jess is distracted with setup and comes up behind her. She holds up a doll, vintage looking and creepy, right behind Jess and waits for her to turn around.
Ah, pendeja! That's too much.
Oh, you're so easy to scare. It's not even fun.
Stupid.
Remy places the creepy doll by the keys and mirror.
Okay, looking good, looking good. I think we can get started if we want.
Wait, I gotta check my face. I looked like a glazed donut last time.
Remy and Sam walk over to the camera set up at the entrance, with Remy getting behind the camera and Sam getting in front of it. Jess runs over to the mirror near the entrance and checks her makeup.
Jess, you all right?
Yeah. I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye in the mirror.
What was it?
I can't say. Is this where your keys were taken?
Yes.
We should get started if we want to get anything done tonight.
Yeah, sorry. Let's do it.
All right, we are rolling whenever y'all are ready.
Hello, and welcome to this episode of
Skeptic.
Ana Bruja.
I'm Sam, the Skeptic.
And I'm Jess, the Bruja.
Today we're at the Laurie house. If you've never heard of it, you're not alone. The history of this house is shrouded in mystery. The owner, Priscilla, contacted us a few weeks back after many incidents of a paranormal nature.
Yo, take that again. You sounded like a news reporter.
What do you mean?
The owner, Priscilla Maddox, contacted us a few weeks back after many incidents of a paranormal nature.
Tom, back to you in the studio.
Shut up. I do not sound like that. Oh, I hate you guys. Today we're at the Lori. Shit, I can't unhear it. Okay. Today we're at the Lori house. If you've never heard of it, you're not alone. The history of this house is shrouded in mystery. The owner, Priscilla Maddox, contacted us a few weeks back after many incidents of a paranormal nature. Insert footage of Priscilla talking about the hauntings here. Jess, you want to do a blurb about Priscilla, the history of this house, of the home?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Priscilla, can you help us out real quick?
Oh, of course.
We have this bit we do after our intro where I say going dark and then we shut off all the lights. Could you flick off the lights when you hear me say going dark?
Easy enough.
Priscilla purchased the home in the homes of. Okay, I'm gonna take it again.
Mm-hmm.
Priscilla purchased the home in the hopes of converting it to historic B&B. Tonight, however, she has enlisted our help to find out what's really happening at the Lori house. Let's start the investigation.
Going dark.
Priscilla shuts off the lights.
Short and sweet. I love it.
You wanted to start down here?
Yeah, we're gonna start with the dowsing rods.
In the dark, Sam grabs her phone to use a flashlight.
Where should I set up?
I think we're gonna set up by the mirror, actually.
Got it.
Does the darkness help the investigation?
Truthfully, no, but it helps with views. You turn off the lights and the viewers imagine themselves wandering around in pitch black darkness and they get scared. So that's why we do it, really.
Plus, everything looks terrifying in night vision.
I see.
Jess stands by the mirror holding her dowsing rods.
Is someone here with us tonight?
The dowsing rod moves to indicate yes.
Yes. Thank you. Can you show me how you will answer no?
The dowsing rod moves differently from before.
This is no. Thank you. Can we talk to you about this house?
The rods move to indicate yes.
Yes. Is there more than one person here tonight?
The rod moves to answer yes more aggressively.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's different. How many spirits live in this house? 2?
The rods do not move.
3?
The rods do not move. Priscilla by the monitors looking intently at them.
4?
The rods do not move.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
What is it?
I'm sorry. It's just the doll room. I see something. Maybe an orb. That's an orb, right?
Did you do some research?
Well, that's what it is, right?
That looks like a smudge on the lens.
We should check it out.
Yeah, let me clean it. I'll be right back.
Remy runs upstairs.
Do you really think it's just a smudge?
There are 2 schools of thought when it comes to orbs. Some paranormal investigators consider it a manifestation of energy. The other half consider it
Dust particles. It's absolute bullshit.
we fall into the second camp.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have raised the alarms, I guess.
No, that's fine. The lens needed to be cleaned.
Check the monitor. I cleaned it.
It's still there.
It doesn't seem like it's on the lens.
No, I was gonna say. It looks like it's behind her.
Priscilla backs away from the monitor.
Is that good?
It's not looking like it's the lens. Maybe you can shut off the camera, then turn it back on.
Okay.
Wait. What is that?
Is it back on?
Nope, still down. You okay?
I just feel off all of a sudden, like weak. Jorge, I need space, puppy. He's touching my back.
Rim, you hurt?
Why isn't she answering?
I don't know. Rim, you there?
Someone should check on her.
We're sending a search party.
Sam starts climbing up the stairs while Remy suddenly appears at the top of the stairs.
There she is. You fix it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure? What happened?
Just saw my mom.
What? Are you okay?
I don't know.
Why don't you sit for a moment?
I just need to think.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Remy, look at me.
No.
It's okay.
It was my mom.
I know.
What the fuck, Jess? Why is she here?
What happened when you went up there?
Nothing. At first, I was just trying to fix the camera, but then I felt, you know, when there's someone near you and you feel them in the room before you actually see them? I felt that. I thought Jess was trying to scare me, so I turned around and looked, but it wasn't Jess, and when I looked, I felt like this heaviness, like all the sound and air got sucked out of the room, and I felt like I was underwater. I couldn't breathe, and I couldn't move. It was my mom. She looked sick, like she was starving. She was wearing an old, tiny dress like the one Priscilla described. She was so skinny. There were like these black circles under her eyes, and she was just staring at me. I've never seen her like that.
Did she say anything?
She just stared, and then she reached out her hand.
She reached out to you?
You're sleeping in my room tonight.
I just need a sec.
Do you want anything? Water or some?
I'm fine.
Okay, but at least sit for a bit.
Jess reaches out to rub Remy's back.
Don't touch me. I said I'm fine, Jess.
We should take a break.
We can keep going. I'm good.
That was in the kitchen.
Someone wants attention.
One of the picture frames falls off the wall.
What was that?
I'm gonna go check it out.
Sam goes to investigate. Another picture frame flies off the wall.
Jess?
Yeah, it's okay. We're okay.
Another one flies off the wall, aimed specifically at Jess.
Sam?
Jess, what's happening?
The picture frames start flying off the wall faster at a startling pace by being flung at Jess, who attempts to run to the other side of the room.
Jorge, help us!
Oh my God!
The picture frames stop.
Please tell me we're recording.
What the hell was that?
It happened again. You saw it this time.
I want to get out of here.
Jess, what's your read?
I don't sense anything.
You're gonna have a hell of a time debunking that.
I don't like this.
Are we safe here?
Whatever it was is gone. Right, Jess?
No one's here.
That's good, right?
Jorge is gone.
Blackout, end of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 4. Later that night, the kitchen is lit with what appears to be candlelight. Someone is humming in the kitchen. An old song, Here Comes the Boogeyman. We hear a door open upstairs and Remy appears at the upstairs hallway. She is wearing a house dress, typical of an older woman. She walks strangely, mumbles unintelligibly, and moves, desperate, restless. In the kitchen, we see someone walk in front of the frosted glass holding a candelabra. The closet door creaks open, loudly, swings almost all the way open. Remy stops her mumbling and turns to look at the kitchen floor. She starts to shuffle towards the kitchen door. As she passes the closet door, she gets pulled in violently. The door slams loudly. Remy screams from behind the door. The doorknob rattles, and Remy bangs her fist from behind the door.
Remy? Where are you?
It's coming from downstairs.
The women run down the stairs.
Remy!
Help me.
Remy, where are
The
you?
closet. It's locked.
The women try to get the door open, but it won't open. Remy screams from within.
Ah!
Why won't it open?
We're here, Remy.
We're gonna get you out.
Everybody pull.
Finally, the door opens.
Are you okay?
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. What am I wearing?
What were you doing down here?
I don't remember it coming down.
What do you remember?
I went to sleep. I put on my PJs and I went to sleep.
You weren't wearing that?
No,
Maybe you were sleepwalking?
I don't sleepwalk.
Then how do you explain how you got down here?
I don't know.
If it helps, Remy, I sleepwalk a lot in this house.
Okay, but I don't.
Yeah, but you're under a lot of stress, Rem.
Someone grabbed me.
What?
Something pulled me into the closet and grabbed me.
That was probably just a dream. There's a perfectly logical
The
explanation.
explanation is I'm telling the truth. Something grabbed me and put me in there. Why is that so hard to believe?
I'm not trying to be an asshole, Rem, but there.
You don't have to try, Sam.
Okay, we should take a step back. We literally saw pictures fly off the wall earlier tonight. This is no longer outside the realm of possibility. Remy needs to feel safe. She needs to feel heard.
Oh, I heard her.
Why don't I make us some tea?
That would be great.
Priscilla exits through the kitchen door.
What do you need from us, Remy?
I need you to believe me. Both of you.
I believe you. I do. But I have to do my due diligence. I have to consider where your head is at.
Where my head is at.
Yeah, that's the thing. People's heads are sometimes not in good places.
Do you believe me or not?
Your mom just died, Rim.
Yeah?
You're wearing different clothes. You don't know how you got here. You have to know how that sounds.
Doesn't mean that's not true.
I think it may have been a mistake to let you come. You may need some time to process what's happening.
I'm going to bed.
Remy grabs her blanket and pillow and starts exiting up the stairs.
Rem, no, you should stay for a bit. At least have some tea.
Good night.
Are you gonna sleep in my?
Yeah.
Hey, good night. Really, Sam?
I would be doing her a disservice if I lied to her. If I told her that it all made sense just to make her feel better. What if there's something really wrong, Jess? What if she's having a legitimate nervous breakdown? How were things with her and her mom?
Not great. She struggled a lot with when to engage and how to help and when to walk away. I know they weren't really talking towards the end, but that was just shitty timing.
That sounds like guilt.
Yeah, well, kind of comes with the Latina mom territory.
How was she at the funeral?
She was her normal, chipper self. She was thanking everybody for coming and comforting people crying. She didn't look once at the body. That worried me.
Why? I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, but Remy's so confrontational in a good way. If something scares her, she doesn't back away from it. She faces it head on. Her not facing her mother at the end was so not Remy.
Maybe it's just her way of protecting herself. Why should she have to constantly face her fears? It's exhausting to be strong all the time.
I just think it might have been better if she's got to see Magda to say goodbye. You didn't go.
Yeah, I told you, Jess, I'm not good at funerals. I say the wrong things and I'm awkward.
You don't have to be anything other than a friend. No one knows what to do or what to say. That's what death does. It stuns us. It humbles us. But we show up for our friends. We say the wrong things. We hug them awkwardly. We take the reminder that death is coming for us and hope that our friends will do the same when it touches them. It touches us.
I should go talk to her.
Sam starts toward the stairs, but as she does, Remy appears at the top of the stairs, wrapped in her blanket. She passes Sam on the stairs and sits in the chair next to the couch.
Hey, I was just going to check on you.
Can't be up there by myself.
Do you want me to come up with you?
No, it's fine. I'm gonna have some tea.
I'm going to check if Priscilla needs help.
How are you?
Not great.
I'm sorry I didn't go to your mother's funeral.
What?
Jess was giving me a hard time about it, but I didn't mean it in that way. Like, I don't care about you. I care about you a lot. I hope you know that. You and Jess are like the closest thing I have to family in the city. I don't want you to think that me not going was like because I don't care about you, because I do.
What the hell are you talking about?
The funeral.
Yo, honestly, didn't even realize you weren't there until you just mentioned it. That was the last thing on my mind.
Oh, because Jess said, and I thought.
Have you ever had to plan a funeral for your estranged mother who spent your whole life battling drug addiction?
No.
I think so. Jess thinks everyone is like her. They want you to always be touching them and feeling sorry for them. And like, I'm not that bitch, you know? I was just trying to survive the day because like I didn't want to fucking be there. I just wanted it to be over. So like I could move on with my life. At best, my mother was a burden. And she died. Then I had to plan a fucking funeral that I didn't want to be at with everyone talking about how wonderful she was. I hate funerals. It's just a bunch of people you barely know rubbernecking and making it about themselves, crying over my mother like she was worth crying over. Sorry, that was ugly.
No, you don't have to.
I'm glad you weren't there. Just a bunch of people touching me and feeling sorry for me. Like, fuck that. I hate that.
Sorry. I promise never to touch you.
You're so stupid.
I'm worried about you.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Priscilla and Jess enter with tea and cookies, bringing everything to the coffee table.
Here you go. This will help calm your nerves. Some chamomile tea and cookies.
I'm gonna need something stronger than tea.
I may have something.
She exits the kitchen, brings back a bottle of wine and a wine opener.
You've been holding out on us, Priscilla.
Priscilla opens the bottle and pours the wine into the teacups.
I was saving it for my first official booking, but I don't know. Feels right. And I'm not much of a drinker.
You're gonna share your fancy bottle of wine with us?
Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's fancy. It was a silly purchase I made when I was leaving California. I'm happy to share.
Should we toast?
Let's toast to friendship. I've been so lonely in this house for the last few months. Feels so good not to be alone.
And new beginnings for Priscilla.
To Priscilla.
We should play a game.
A game?
Let's play Super Secret Keeper.
That's not a thing.
Yes, it is. It's a game I made up.
A game you made up doesn't make it a thing. I can't believe I have to say that.
Sam.
It sounds awesome. How do we play?
Okay. So there will be a secret conjurer, and they ask questions. I will be the secret conjurer, as I don't have any secrets.
That doesn't seem fair. Everyone has secrets.
I am the secret conjurer. I conjure the secretest secrets. Who goes first?
What? How do you play?
So I ask you hard-hitting, secret-revealing questions. And if you don't answer, I get a point. If you reveal your secrets, you get a point. But I must hold your secrets. We become the most secret keepers.
This is a trash game with trash rules.
Yeah, that's what we did in lieu of therapy as kids.
One is first. Question the first. Are you really a skeptic, or do you just do it for the gram?
Oh, that's a good question.
Can I pass?
It's the first question.
Fine. Not like a legit skeptic, like how people take it so seriously. I'm skeptical of people. People lie and fake stuff all the time. So I guess I am a skeptic. It's a part of the gimmick. It's our shtick. But I don't do it for the gram. I do it for the YouTube.
A point for the secret keepers.
See? Was that so hard? Me next.
I know all your secrets.
Do you even have secrets? You're like the most boring person I know.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, maybe we should skip Jess.
Mean.
Can I ask a question?
I'm the secret conjurer. But I'll allow it.
What did you think of Sam when you first met?
Ooh, you're good. I'm gonna have to pass.
Oh!
I'm kidding. I can answer. I thought she was cool, a little rough around the edges, but really cool. And she makes no apologies for who she is. I dig that.
Oh, Jess, do you love me?
No.
Priscilla, what was the hardest part of leaving California?
Probably all the stuff I had to leave behind. Liz and I had shared a space for so long that it was really hard when I couldn't take all of our stuff with me. I kept the most important stuff, but Liz was a bit of a hoard, a collector. So it was hard to sort through. I hope she would be happy with the things I chose to keep.
That's actually really sweet.
Yeah, we're going for deep, dark secrets that we could blackmail you with.
Oh,
Who gets to ask you secrets?
I have no secrets. I'm an open book. Sam, what's your biggest regret?
Damn, that's deep.
I don't really have regrets.
And I'm boring?
That's a cop-out.
I don't, though.
That means I get a point, right?
Okay, I guess. If I had to pick a moment, it would be my grandma. Before she passed, my mom told me to come with her to the hospital and say goodbye, and I didn't. I think I told my mom that I had too much homework or some shit, and it wasn't true. I was just scared. That's my biggest regret. That I didn't get to say goodbye. I can't believe I told y'all that.
Jess.
Okay, but this is the last one, and I'm like falling asleep.
What do you hate about being a bruja?
Hate is such a strong word.
It can't all be tarot cards and crystals, am I right?
No. I guess it would be how hyper aware I feel all the time, even when I try to block things out. Does that make sense?
In what way?
Like, I have to go to the bank, but I gotta protect myself before I go. I gotta carry my crystals because I have to pass by the graveyard to get to the bank. And the bodega guy's dad is gonna try to get my attention because he wants to tell his son he's sorry, or the 10-year-old girl wants to tell her mother that it wasn't her fault. It's exhausting. I just want to be normal sometimes. I just want to go to the bank.
So you're saying that our spirits follow us?
Yeah. Mostly because they want to watch over us, but sometimes because they have unfinished business with us.
I see.
Is everything all right?
I haven't been honest with you.
Please don't tell me there's more weird shit at this house.
It has to do with Liz. I think it's my fault, what's happening in the house.
Why do you think that?
Because of how things ended with Liz. We were always absolute opposites. I was a free spirit who came and went as she pleased, and Liz supported me in every nutty idea I had. She knew there were times I had to disappear. No questions asked, no suspicions. She just trusted me, and I loved her for that. Then she got sick, and things changed so quickly. The cancer was advanced and incredibly aggressive. Liz was a strong, independent woman who had been reduced to needing me for everything. I wasn't used to that. I was angry and impatient and resentful. I was becoming a monster. The scarier I got, the more Liz just shrank. I kept trying to tell myself it was the disease, that it was eating away at her, but I knew better. Finally, one day I told her that I couldn't do it anymore. I was going to put her in hospice. I couldn't even look at her. She begged me not to do it. I don't mean beg like how people say and don't really mean. If she could have gotten on her knees, she would have. She grabbed my hands and wouldn't let go, and she just begged, please, don't do this to me. Just hang in there just a little bit longer. Now, by this time, I am so angry and just tired. I am just tired of it all. Of the smell of everything and her voice and needing me all the time. I snapped. I said everything that I had been bearing for the past few months. It was ugly. And in an awful way. Freeing. I left to go on a long walk because I knew I had messed up. And when I came back from my walk, she was dead. I killed her.
You didn't kill her.
I know she was dying, but I felt like what I said, what I did. She just gave up.
She died because it was her time.
I know you're right, but I can't shake this feeling like she followed me here, like she's punishing me for abandoning her in her hour of need.
I'm going to do a reading for you tomorrow. You need to hear from Liz.
Mm-mm.
I gotta get to bed. It's late.
We should all get to bed.
What time is it?
3 o'clock.
The witching hour.
Mm.
Blackout. During the transition, we see the mirror light up. A dark figure appears in the mirror. Scene 5. Jess enters carrying a candle and a small glass of water. Her hair is covered and she's dressed in white. She sits on the couch, placing the glass of water at the center of the coffee table and the candle next to it. Remy and Priscilla join her around the table. They each have a glass of water and a lit candle. Sam sits at the camera and stands by it.
So, we're doing a seance?
Not exactly.
We call it a seance. Like Beyonce. That was my idea.
We're creating a portal between worlds so we can communicate.
Is it wise to do that?
We need to get clarity from the spirits in this house.
It's also going to be amazing for views.
Are you sure you want to move forward, Rem?
Yeah. I want to hear from my mom. My real mom.
Priscilla?
I want to hear from Liz, if she wants to talk to me.
Sam?
I'm a passive observer.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Mylita always said there's not much you can't solve without a candle and a glass of water. Let's do this. Everyone grab your glass of water.
That is a feather, stiff as a bowl.
Stop.
Sorry.
Repeat after me. I give you this water. The same way I give you clarity, I ask that you give me clarity.
I give you this water.
I give you this water.
The same way that I give you clarity.
Same way that I give you
I ask
clarity, I ask that you give me clarity.
Raise your candles. Repeat after me. I give you this light. The same way I give you light, I ask that you enlighten my path.
I
I give you this light.
same way that I give
Same
you
way that I give you light, I ask
that
you to enlighten my path.
They're here.
Is Jorge here?
No.
Can you describe what you're seeing?
I see a group of people in this house, from this house, but I also see Liz.
Oh my God. Where is she?
She's on your left. She says, what? She's saying, you must allow me.
You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you. It's Austin. The first time I told her I loved her, I quoted Mr. Darcy because she's my dearest Lizzie.
Aww.
Please tell her I'm sorry.
She says, it was a bad moment and a beautiful story.
Please tell her I love her.
I hear you. She loves it when you talk to her. Don't stop, she says.
I won't, Lizzie. I won't stop.
Is she saying something else? You're what? We're being held here?
The candle blows out from someone unseen source. The women go to her and
Jess?
What's wrong?
Jess, are you okay?
Suddenly, the closet door behind the couch creaks open.
What the fuck is that?
It's the closet door. Can you grab the camera rim?
I'm not going near that closet.
Sam walks slowly towards the closet. Priscilla and Remy stay and take care of Jess on the couch. Sam opens the closet door.
Oh, God.
What is it?
Sam opens the door all the way to show the women the dolls that were in Remy's room are all on the shelves in the closet.
What the hell? This isn't funny.
How?
Who did this? This is not funny.
Rem, take a breath. You were just up there. Were they there?
Why is this happening?
Rem.
They were. I remember because I was fucking scared of them. I felt them staring at me.
Hey, deep breath. They're just dolls. Remember, just dolls.
Who's on the chair? Priscilla?
I'm right here, Remy.
Remy, talk to us. What do
Who's
you
on the
see?
chair? Someone's on the chair.
We don't see anyone.
How do you not see her? She's looking at me.
Who is it, Rem?
It's her.
Get the light.
Remy goes to the furthest corner of the wall. Priscilla moves to turn on the light.
She's coming towards me. Make her stop. Help me.
Jess shoots up and runs to Remy.
Oh, Rem, take a breath. You're okay. I'm here. It's Jess.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't come near me.
It's okay. It's just Jess, Mama.
Remy hugs Jess tightly.
Why is this happening to me?
You saw something, but it can't hurt you. I won't let it.
I have to go. I have to get out of here.
What just happened?
I left my body.
You did what now?
I got pulled out of my body. I could see everything that was happening and hear all of you, but like outside of myself.
How?
I don't know. The entity in this house is keeping spirits trapped in this house. Liz was trying to tell me that something was wrong. He was not happy that we're talking to his prisoners. What he didn't realize was that when he pulled me out, I could hear what he was thinking.
Of course it's a he.
He's ancient. He's been feeding on the energy. The people in this house and the before this house.
How did you get back?
I almost didn't. Time is different there. I kept forgetting why I was there. I could feel myself fading. Then I saw Jorge. Mi feo más lindo. He told me, no caigas, nena. Recuerda quién tú eres, bruja.
What does that mean?
It means don't fall for it. Remember who you are, witch. It was trying to make me feel like it was the end. And then I heard Remy, so I stepped back into my body.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but we should definitely leave.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Remy runs up the stairs.
Where do I go?
I don't know, but I wouldn't stay here. Do you have any family nearby?
No.
We can't leave.
Seriously? You want to stay?
It's holding the spirits hostage.
I don't see what that has to do with us.
Our spirits, Sam. He's holding them too. If we leave, they won't be able to.
What are you saying?
Jorge, Magda, Lita, Liz, and Mima.
She's here?
The light shut off, leaving the house in complete darkness.
Jess!
It's okay, I'm coming to get you.
Jess pulls out her phone flashlight. She carefully goes up the stairs.
Priscilla, what is this?
What? It could be the breaker. Let me grab a flashlight.
Priscilla goes into the kitchen, fumbles around at the kitchen drawer closest to the door.
Do you need one too?
Yes, please.
I have exactly two. That's lucky.
Jess and Remy come down the stairs carefully.
Okay, you're okay.
Why is this happening?
The last time it happened was when I saw Liz.
Priscilla, why don't we try to focus on fixing it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking.
I'll go with you.
This way.
Priscilla leads Sam through the unfinished part of the house.
Hey, Remy, I saw Lita.
What? Where?
No, not here. When I left my body. She told me that she was checking up on you. She called you Mimi. You remember when she used to call you Mimi?
Because I couldn't say Remy.
She wants you to know that you have a gift.
What?
You have a gift. But right now you're ignoring it because you're scared.
This is not a gift, Jess.
It is.
It doesn't feel like a gift. I can see things I never asked for. They can touch me and see me, and all I want to do is go back to the way it was. And I was blind and invisible.
I know.
This is not a gift.
You're right. It's a calling.
Priscilla and Sam enter the living room.
It's not the breaker. It may be the grid.
Are you kidding? It's the house. We have to leave.
The closest house is a 3-mile walk.
I'm walking.
In the middle of winter, Remy, you can't walk.
I can't stay here.
He's getting desperate. He's trying to scare us. We need to fight back.
I'm sorry. Are you proposing that we fight the demon who handed us our asses a few minutes ago?
We can do it. Oh, we have to. We're stuck here, right?
Well, until the electricity comes back on.
Well, I, for one, think that if we're going down fighting.
Who are you?
If we don't fight, our spirits are trapped here.
Well, we can't let that happen.
What if we can't stop him?
I don't think he would be trying so hard to scare us if we couldn't. Sam?
She really here?
She is.
Let's do it.
Blackout. During the transition, we see arms coming from a wall in the house. The women light candles. Jess walks from the house, grabbing items from plentiful amounts of tchotchkes available. She picks them up. Holding them in her hand, decides to put them back. She puts the right ones in a bag she can throw over her shoulder. They move to the coffee table and seating in the living room. Using salt or chalk, Jess draws a big circle in the living room. Scene 6. Jess, Remy, and Priscilla stand inside the giant circle Jess has drawn in the living room. Sam is setting up her camera, pointing it at a circle.
Probably get into the circle.
Listen, if we're gonna die here tonight, I'm getting the money shot, even if it's found footage.
Way to have faith.
Not having faith is kind of my thing. Okay, I'm ready.
This is a protection circle. As long as we stay in the circle, you will be safe.
Okay. What now?
I have no idea.
You don't have a plan?
I told you, demons are not my specialty. I usually have weeks of prep time.
Great. A Catholic priest couldn't get rid of this thing, but 3 girls from the city are gonna do it.
Well, don't forget about me.
3 girls and a chef. Yes, that's much better.
I need you all to know something.
What?
I crossed over. I saw something. The way it's supposed to be. No unfinished business, no fear. True peace. It was beautiful. That's why I almost didn't make it back. I wanted to stay. The fear is a trap. Our ancestors are stuck because he gets stronger from our fear. It keeps them there. It keeps them here. It keeps us stuck. That's what the afterlife, that's not what the afterlife is like. Our ancestors know the afterlife is joy, peace, and taking care of your people. The small prison he's created isn't real. By doing this, we're moving in courage and setting our people free.
What's in the bag?
Stuff. Everything has energy. So I took a few things that spoke to me. I want you to pick something that speaks to you. Don't overthink it. Just go with your gut.
The women take turns rummaging through the bag and picking an item.
What now?
We're going to call him out.
Call him out?
Like, ask him to show himself.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm not super into that idea.
Jess pulls out a king conch shell from her bag. She places it directly outside the circle.
Te llamo a ti, el Eguá, para que me abras el camino. Con el permiso de mis superiores, golpeo todas las puertas para que tú me respondas junto a mi ángel de la guardia. padrino y representante de todos los orillas dentro del tablero Yoruba. Los mejores deseos para ti, para mi figura y para mis allegados. Concédeme eso, gran Elegua.
What was that?
I don't know yet. I'm improvising.
She takes out an apple, a plate, and a knife. She slices the apple and puts it on the plate.
I just want to take this moment to remind everyone that we are dealing with something that literally pulls me out of my body. Stay in the circle. Don't leave, no matter what happens.
What if I have to pee?
Jess pulls out a jar filled with marbles, opens it, and whispers something into it. She places outside the circle. A faint glow of red envelops the women.
Is that supposed to happen?
Not sure.
Jess pulls out a box of cigars. She lights one. She places the lit cigar in a teacup, places it directly outside the circle. The red light intensifies. The furniture starts shaking.
Oh, show yourself, you coward.
What happened to we don't antagonize the spirits?
This is a demon.
Maybe we should stop?
Something appears over the audience. It is unseen except by the women.
Are we seeing this?
Sam?
I see it.
You don't belong here. You're hiding out here because you broke the rules. Give us back our people.
Oh my God.
The furniture starts moving. Wind starts blowing.
Jorge! Lita!
Liz! What is he doing to them?
He's trying to get us to stop.
He's hurting them.
Stay inside the circle.
Let them go. We have to stop, Jess.
Let's focus.
We hear what sounds like a portal opening up.
Close your eyes. Focus. I want you to imagine a white light. Think about your spirits. Think of the love that they left in you. I want you to talk to them, pray to them, tell them how much you love them, and make them an offering.
An offering?
Your items that you picked. I want you to transfer the love into that item, then offer it, placing it directly outside the circle. Sam, what's wrong?
It's real, Jess. I'm seeing it with my own eyes. I didn't point the camera at the right thing.
It's okay. Can you?
I'm sorry.
She whispers something to her item, places it directly outside the circle.
Invite them in.
What?
Invite your spirits into the circle.
Mom! Come here!
Liz, it's safe in here.
The picture frames fly off the wall. Furniture moves around. Shelves fall off the walls.
He doesn't want to lose them. Stay focused. Hold hands.
The lights shift. The women hold hands. A faint spotlight in the circle.
Is it over?
Not yet. You will release the spirits in this house. They are under our protection now.
The spotlight intensifies to a bright white light. In the light, we see something. It looks like spirits moving around, but the portal is still open.
We cast you out of this house. You must leave in the name of all of our gods.
Get the fuck out!
Leave, asshole!
Priscilla, claim your house.
This is my house. Get out now!
Leave!
Out! Pa fuera, pendejo!
The portal closes. The spotlight fades slowly.
You did good, Liz.
I love you, Ma. I miss you.
Goodbye, Mima. I love you.
The spotlight fades to black. The lights come on, and the house again beat. Jess and Remy continue holding hands.
You don't suppose any of that footage is usable, do you?
It feels different in here.
Is it over?
Jess hugs Remy.
No, I think it's just the beginning.
Lights fade. As the stage darkens, the mirror starts to glow green. Just as the stage is completely dark, two fists pound on the glass. Blackout. End of play.